I mean, Zach LaVine, there's some huge news. Our guy Joe Colley broke today that Zach LaVine is going to get off-season knee surgery, and that 70 to 80% that he said he was at was more like 50, and I need to find the episode where you said that. You said you didn't believe that. I don't know if you remember saying that. You said, I don't believe he's 70, 80. He's got to be more like 50. He's probably saying 70, 80, but he's 50. You said that. I have to find that clip and throw it up. But you were right. Zach had something. They haven't said what it is yet, but it was something bad. Now, we can sit here and debate, and I do want to kind of use this little bit of time because, I mean, what am I going to do for all the people that have been in here? I want to include them in on the conversation.
Talk about how many threes you missed.
Oh, my God. And we averaged, 20-something a game this year? How many did they jack up?
50.
We have 52. They jacked up 52 threes tonight. But I do have to ask you, and everybody in here listening, do you agree with Zach staying in and going through it all year? If he was in that much pain after the Golden State game where he tweaked the knee in January, should he shut himself down? Also, what nobody else is talking about, everybody's loving to blame Zach for not shutting himself down. Okay, I hope they don't watch UFC or boxing or even sometimes football. Like when people get fucked up and they want to keep going because that's their competitive nature. That's when your training staff and or your front office should step in. So I'm wondering what you think.
Given that. Obviously, the reports that they put out are kind of controlled in the sense the information that's let out is the information they want to let out. So it's hard for me to sit here and kind of throw shade at the front office or the training staff that is brand new. We no longer have Jeff Tanaka here to blame.
Fuck you, Jeff Tanaka.
He's no longer here to blame either. We heard about the fluid being drained, but other than the fluid, it was portrayed as just aches, and Zach was medically cleared and structurally cleared. So it's really a tough situation, especially the way that things have unfolded. And if I'm Zach's agent, I'm saying Zach was 20% to close this year because the contrast between what Zach did to start this year before the Golden State incident as opposed to what happened after are two different players and two different paydays in a contract year. And I'm not going to get into that argument with anybody because if you don't think Zach LaVine's worth a max contract, I don't think we're watching the same sport. His offensive output when healthy warrants a max contract unless it comes out this offseason that there's a severe injury with this knee that's going to be a long-term issue. Zach's getting a max from somebody. So going into the discussion, the debate of whether or not you keep him, you sign and trade him, you let him walk, he's getting paid that money. You need to go to the table knowing that you're paying him that money unless you're comfortable losing him for nothing. And if you don't come approaching the table with that mindset, you might lose him for nothing.
Well, I mean, that's what it has to be here. And people are not understanding this. He's an unrestricted free agent. The only thing the Bulls have to offer him is an extra year on that contract.
And a little bit extra per year.
Right, and a little bit more extra per year. That is the only incentive here, okay? Number one. Number two, like you said, he will get a max contract from somebody. Number three, you don't let him walk for free. That can't happen. It needs to be a sign and trade deal. It needs to be something like that. For all the people saying, oh, just don't sign him, go find somebody else. I challenge you. I wrote this on OnTapSportsNet.com yesterday. I challenge you to tell me who. So we're either going to rebuild again, and you better hope you get fucking picks for him. You better hope you do because you only have one in 20 this year. We don't have 2023 and we don't have 2025. So you're not doing anything there. What assets are you going to trade to get first round picks? You think someone's going to give you a high lottery pick for a 33-year-old DeMar DeRozan? I bet that doesn't happen. I will bet my last thought it doesn't happen.
Any of the teams that would be interested in making that deal don't have a lottery pick to give up because they're in the playoffs.
Right.
And a team that wants a 32-year-old DeMar DeRozan is trying to win in the next year or two. And the contract that he has at that age, despite having probably a top 5 NBA individual season by player, obviously Jordan had more than one season, but of players not named Derrick Rose and Michael Jordan, individual seasons in a Bulls jersey, kind of hard to top what DeMar did this year in the regular season.